looking, firing, intercepted, picked up by Cooper DeJean, gets a block, DeJean is in, touchdown!
What's going on, family? Well, look, it's your boy Arrington here. I wanted to talk about some takeaways after last night's Super Bowl game. So let's talk about everything from start to finish. First and foremost, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Well deserved. Y'all whipped ass like no other. Let me tell you something. Y'all came out there guns blazing and y'all did not stop shooting. It was an awesome game. A lot of folks were saying, I wish I was a little more competitive match. I'm like, here's the thing. When it comes to compete against the Kansas City Chiefs, you don't want to have a back and forth game, because guess what? Whenever that scorecard is close, KC does not, they're just a team that you cannot ease off of. So Philly did exactly what they should have done and kept on running the score as best as they can, and it showed. And they really, I mean, defense wins championships. How many times have we heard it? Defense wins championships, and it was just an awesome game. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Saquon. I mean, shout out to shout out to the Philadelphia defense, the Eagles defense, man. They were the real MVPs in my opinion. Obviously, it was an awful game for Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce barely got touches. I think he might have had one or two receptions. Maybe had about 3 receptions overall. I really didn't look at the full stat sheet. But it was a game that a lot of folks were predicting. Now, a lot of folks are going to say, well, look, it's probably going to be a good game, but KC's going to pull it off this time. A lot of folks thought that it was going to be the Eagles pulling it off with Saquon Barkley having a spectacular game. He did not. He did not even score. He barely crossed over 80 yards in rushing. Maybe not even, 60. I mean, he really was having a hard time. But see, here's the thing. In my opinion, Kansas City's defense studied the fact, we got to stop Saquon because that's their power. That's their special franchise players. That's their newest signee. Saquon had a hell of a year. He scored over 2,000. I mean, he scored a rush for over 2,000 rushing yards, almost breaking Eric Dickerson's record in most rushing yards in a season. Offensive Player of the Year. He had an amazing season of his own. So that being said, KC was like, okay, we gotta keep an eye on this guy, and they took their eye off the ball. They realized that they still gotta compete against their defense. Number 1 defense, by the way, this season. Number 1 defense, and it showed. I think Pat Mahomes had 1 touchdown, over 200 yards in passing. I mean, it was something like you could make this up. You didn't see it coming. But again, overall, the game itself was amazing. Now I want to talk about, in the beginning, you had obviously Ledisi perform Lift Every Voice. I'm a huge Ledisi fan. She's a beautiful songstress, R&B, jazz, you name it. Beautiful voice. She did an awesome job. Then you had John Baptiste singing the national anthem. He brought in that kind of New Orleans soul, just that flair. He gave his own style, own rendition. And I criticize folks that give their own rendition of the national anthem, because I get it. You don't want to hear the same old, but sometimes, man, you can get away with having the same, I guess, tune that it regularly plays. Just obviously we're going to hear a different sound because it's going to be a different artist each and every time. But when artists give their own rendition, in my opinion, it usually flops. It does not capitalize. But I will say John Baptiste did an awesome job with his own rendition of the national anthem. A lot of stars were out, including the one and only, President Donald J. Trump. He was, I believe, the first sitting president ever to be a spectator at a Super Bowl game. In my opinion, I thought it was going to be interesting because, okay, was the cameraman going to be glued to, show a lot of Taylor Swift? Was it going to show a lot of Donald Trump? Who was it going to show back and forth? Donald Trump, of course, he was a sore loser after this game because he had said that, well, in my opinion, the reason why Casey lost
most likely DEI. That's right, DEI. Also, that Swift girl, Taylor Swift, she is a distraction to the organization. Yeah, that's right. Did you hear the boos? Did you hear them? Did you hear the boos? Yeah, there was a lot of boos, all right? And me, personally, I didn't get any boos. They loved me. MAGA was out there. It was alive and well. Go MAGA. Make America great again. First of all, can someone please tell that man just to shut up? He always makes it about himself. Of course, he went with the happy fingers, tweeting away on Truth Social, and shared what I just shared with you all in context and wording. And it was just dumb. It was dumb. That's all on brand for him. Also, halftime performance. Oh my goodness, the halftime was so dope. It was the best, in my opinion, the best halftime I have ever seen. At least in my top three. Hands down, it's top three. Obviously, you got Prince for me, who's number one. I haven't really found that number two, but I just can't give it to Kendrick yet to be my number two all-time of greatest Super Bowl halftimes. But he killed. I mean, he performed his hits. He performed Not Like Us, which a lot of folks were saying, is he going to perform that or not? Should he perform it? We don't know. Hey, it was already said he's going to perform it. You had Samuel Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam. Come on now. And then you had Serena Williams crip walking, because they're saying, hey, look, she was kind of taking a little slight jab at her ex, Drake, which I just found out today that they used to date. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. So you had, tennis great Serena Williams crip walking. Then you had SZA perform a couple of hit songs that she had along with Kendrick. I mean, it, again, all around creativity, song-wise. He had the place hype. It was a great night, my friends, for everybody, for the black culture, for Philadelphia, for the just everybody, right? This was a game that you wanted to see, and on top of that, I'm not mistaken, this broke records of viewerships. This game, so I thought it was great. What's your take? What was your thoughts on the Super Bowl? Please share your thoughts with us. And be sure to continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show 5 days a week, Monday through Fridays, available on all digital and streaming platforms. My friends, peace and blessings. I'll talk to you soon. I'm out.